I'm here to make a statement both controversial and brave. Longlegs was disappointing. Good, but disappointing. Let me unpack that. I'm a long-time horror fan, and a convert at that. I used to not appreciate the genre enough because I was scared and shy away from watching scary movies. Until something clicked and I started to actually really enjoy them. From 70s classics to revival slashers, I just appreciate a good display of creepiness, you know? That's why when Longlegs started to gain traction online before its actual release date, I was ecstatic. Yay, we're getting yet another excellent film. It looks super cool and mysterious and actually disturbing, so I can't wait to see it. Well, I did go to the cinema straight after opening day and I came out on the other side a little bit confused. Why? What went wrong? Was the movie bad or just different from what it was made out to be?
Is it scary being a lady FBI agent?
We're following a young woman named Lee Harker, a special FBI agent that is blessed or cursed with an intuition that at times seems to be almost of the arcane kind. She's intelligent and driven, enough that when she's put on an unsolved serial killer case, she actually finds leads that others before her missed. As we discover more and more of the killer's identity and plan, we realize there's a very strange personal connection that links our protagonist to the mysterious Longlegs. And on paper, this sounds absolutely amazing. As a child raised on the X-Files, if there's FBI agents that struggle with some sinister higher power, sign me up, please. So where is the problem? Is it the...
Take a nice long look. The letter was left with the bodies.
No. Longlegs looks, and I cannot stress this enough, amazing. We open the film with a stunning sequence, arguably one of the best ones in the movie. The boxy aspect ratio brings our attention to the screen immediately, showing and not telling us that what we're about to see on the screen matters. The shots are prolonged, with a few splashes of color contrasting with the winter desolate scenery, and the camera cuts just before we're about to see the actually scary thing, which only unsettles us further and sets the tone for the rest of the screening. After that, we move on to a wider screen and progress a little bit more normally. It is still a very well shot movie, but after that stunning beginning, the good doesn't look the same. That, however, is not a major complaint, and in fact it's not a complaint at all, because I will not hold the highest heights against the movie's good and sometimes great looks. And thankfully, there's other things to look out for, because what is amazing camera work without... I enjoyed everyone in this movie so much. Micah Monroe steals the show, of course. She's a bit reserved in her portrayal of Lee Harker, but every minute she spends on the screen is amazing. I'm a little bit embarrassed I didn't take notice of her career before, but we'll be fixing that. She makes you root for her character, hope that everything will be okay, which for horror movies is like the most important thing you can do. I of course have to mention Nicolas Cage, who, as per usual, gives the movie his all and delivers one of the most disturbing performances I've seen in a while. Costume and makeup add a lot to the creepiness, of course, but the bordering on kitschy acting really brings it home. The line between cartoony and unsettling is a fine one, but he walks it impeccably. The entire supporting cast doesn't disappoint either. It was truly a group project, and in Longlegs, everyone pulled their weight. So, everything so far has been great. Looks, the acting, the music tying it all together and adding to the scary factor. Then what is...
Do you still say your prayers? Number ones?
The movie was paced weird and kind of all over the place. You see, Longlegs is split into 3 parts. The first acting as an introduction, second as a semi-culmination of the events we've seen so far, and third as the final act. The issue is, they are not creating one comprehensive narration. We jump from one thread to another, shifting focus and bringing up details that we don't need to bring up. The big reveal of the title character comes at a good moment, but it can only work at that point of the movie if the stakes after raise even higher, and they don't. In theory, we know that there's a different, greater threat. We should enter part 3 fearing for our protagonist without any hope. But sitting there in the cinema, we had our peak and our shocking moments at the end of part 2, which, although possibly cheap, needed to be used to elevate the story to another level. Sadly, they just weren't utilized enough. We're left at the doorstep of the finale with many questions but almost no tension. The plot suggests that, oh boy, we're really in it now, but you just don't feel that. And that killed chances of Longlegs being extraordinary. What's sad and disappointing about it? Well, the pieces are all there. Minor changes, maybe cutting a few puzzle pieces, maybe polishing some of the other ones a little bit more. We could have had a masterpiece, but what we got was a really solid movie. I wanted to love it, but I need to be okay with just liking it. I will still probably rewatch and hold it in high regard for what it is, just a well done horror. Would I recommend seeing it? I think so. If you love the genre and want to see what I think will become an important entry in the catalogue, get yourself a ticket or look out for the streaming release. Otherwise, my guess is that Longlegs is just a stepping stone for the director Us Perkins. And we will see him again exploring the dark and unsettling for an ultimate horror experience. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review of Longlegs, and please do let me know what you thought. I know the movie has both fans and people who were slightly underwhelmed, so which one are you? And as usual, if you liked this video, please consider subscribing. I do movie reactions and videos like this on a regular basis, so don't miss any future uploads. And I will catch you next time. See ya!